everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome to Ask Think episode number 126 for August. Nah, just kidding, because I made that mistake on the last one. November 3rd, Monday, November 3rd, 2014. And guys, last week was Halloween, and you guys told me what your favorite thing from trick-or-treating was, and let's get started with those. Danielle Beta's favorite thing was a giant crunch bar. It was so good, and they give you a giant Reese's bar. Then you woke up from the dream, and the best thing was 5 crunch bars because I love crunch. Honest Haroon got coupons for ice cream, which is awesome and a lot better than them actually giving you ice cream because it'd probably be melted by then. Fortune Street Fan 129 said, full-sized Butterfingers, I love them. And man, I have not had a Butterfinger in a really long time. And even the fun-size ones are good. A couple of people said Kit Kats because they love Kit Kats. And Jewel Z Music said Halloween is in 2 days for her, but the best thing she ever got before was everything. I'm not kidding, everything. Crunch, Twix, Hershey's, all kinds of lollipops, and raisins. But no raisins this year. Yeah, people do tend to give fruit once in a while, just like with Awesome Brad. Best thing he got for Halloween was an apple. Sadly, just one. Well, Roblox Fun had Jolly Ranchers because they got the blue flavor, which is his favorite. Although I don't think blue is actually a flavor. That's a color. But my favorite Jolly Rancher is the green apple. Roy Delgado got $5, and that was his favorite because he passed the shop, and they said $2 for 4 pounds of candy, so he got 8 extra pounds of candy. That must have made you sick. Matthew Audie says candy corn, even though he's in Britain, he loved it, bought lots in the US over Easter, and I didn't know that you guys couldn't get candy corn in Britain, and I do love it too. Roar says their grandmother gives out whole candy bars, and last year she gave them an M&M chocolate bar, which was amazing. I've never even heard of an M&M chocolate bar, but that must have been awesome. Roseanne Gamara said Milk Duds because they have caramel in the middle, and I love Milk Duds. I always buy them at the movie theater, and I tell my wife I'm going to share the box with her, but I end up eating about 90% of them, and then I have a stomach ache for the rest of the movie. LP Swinks 32 says, my best candy, stuffed face with Twizzlers and gumdrops. What was that thing? Oh, my favorite candy. You'll never guess. Could it be Twizzlers and gumdrops? Shed Sky Lol says, Dum-Dums. Wait, did she just call us all Dum-Dums? Oh, the lollipop Dum-Dums, which are pretty cool, but they're the only thing she could eat because she has braces, and I guess the chocolatey or caramelly things would stick in her braces. Oh, don't eat them now and later. Bad idea with braces. LBS A Lovely Pup 0405 says the best thing they got while trick-or-treating was shampoo and conditioner. Just kidding. Best thing was a lollipop with a ghost costume because it's cute. Cool Dude 233 said their favorite Halloween candy is blood bags. No, there's an actual candy called blood bags in the UK. Look it up. You guys are so weird. Commenter Jack said for Halloween, the most exciting thing they got was once upon a time Jack was trick-or-treat. Oh, his nerd outfit. When he rang one door, he said trick-or-treat, and an old woman showed up and was giving a caramel apple. But right as he was about to take it, something big happened. The old woman released her sounds and gases. It was the most terrible thing anyone could smell. Jack quickly snatched the apple and ran coughing. Hey, at least I got a caramel apple. Thank you for the story about the old woman with gas. Katie Sipple said their favorite thing was a potato gun because they ran out of candy. Wait a minute. Did you shoot their house with a potato gun because they ran out of candy, or did they give you a potato gun because they ran out of candy? Because both sound pretty irresponsible. Chess Play says, I got noodles for candy. Don't judge. It was ramen. Now for me, my favorite candy is probably Kinder Eggs. And most of you guys outside of the US know what that is, but inside the US you may not. because they're technically illegal here. Now, that's not because there's like anything really wrong with them, but they're not allowed to be imported in the US because they're this little hollow chocolate egg. And inside, when you open it up, there's some kind of toy inside. And that's what I love about it. But apparently the US government thinks that children and parents aren't smart enough in the US to deal with Kinder eggs, and they're worried that kids will just eat them whole and then swallow the toy and choke and whatever. So we're not allowed to have them here. Now for next week's question, it comes from Aizaz Mula, and it is, what is your favorite cartoon and why? I always like to add the and why at the end because it's always a different reason for everyone. Now, before we get to the questions, don't forget to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer next week. Also, if the comments on this Ask Think are closed, go to the most recent Ask Think and ask your question there. Real Gaming X says, wait, the transitions for comments were in last week's too? Wait, did I miss an Ask Think? OMG, YouTube sub boxes, please. Well, every Monday always has Ask Think, so if you didn't watch it last Monday, then probably you missed it. And yes, YouTube has been a pain with the sub boxes lately. Mighty Knight says, hey Think, have you ever been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Hogsmeade? And if you have, what was the best thing you did there? I did, actually almost exactly a year ago today, I was there when I was in Orlando for Minecon, and I went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Studios, and we had a great time. And the best thing I did was, the best thing I can remember there was butterbeer. It was so delicious. LolGirl3481 says, hey Think, every time you have a mod spotlight, I always leave a comment with a minion's name on it, and my favorite part, but you never ever choose it. And even with Ask Think, you don't say my comment. Do you just choose people that have more likes or have a better YouTube channel or what? Well, on Ask Think, it's about the question that you ask, and this one I felt like answering because a lot of people ask it. So with Ask Think, like I said, it has to do with the question. If it's never been asked before, it's an interesting question, I will ask it. And as far as Think's Lab and the minion names, there's about 2,000 comments per video. So your chances of getting one is like 1 in 2,000, and I choose it randomly, and then I just make sure that the minion name's never been used before, and that person hasn't already gotten a minion's name. Defron24 asked, did you watch the World Series? Yes, a little bit of it. And in fact, I was in San Francisco over the weekend when it was there. Aiden Kenny says, dear Justin, I'm the smallest kid in my 5th grade class. I know your asthma caused you not to grow, but I don't have asthma. I feel left out. Do you have any advice for me? I'm 4'1". That's almost exactly how tall I was pretty much all the way through 9th grade. And I was the smallest. I did end up growing, so don't think I'm still 4'1". I'm actually like normal height. But just delayed my growth. Didn't stop it, just delayed it. But I mean, honestly, what I did is I made some really big friends that could protect me. No, just kidding. It's hard because I was in an international school, and the community was small and pretty, I guess, pretty welcoming, even because everyone was different from different places. Their parents were from different places for different reasons, and everybody looked different. It was, it was probably more Americans than anything else, but everyone was from all over the world. So, the short guy with asthma was just one of the crowd. And I guess the only advice that I have is always remember that you will grow and you will be the same size as everyone else. Lexi and Jade's channel asks, hey Think, what does your voice sound like without modification? This is exactly how my voice sounds without modification. This is my voice. Now obviously in Think's Lab when I do minions voices and the security guards voices and stuff like that, Herobrine, that's my voice modified. TBNR Minecraft says, what is your favorite TV show? Right now, it's The Walking Dead. Oh man, I can't get enough. Gaming Yoshi 6601 asks, do people trick or treat in New York? Yes, they do. Not as much in Manhattan because we have mostly high-rise buildings and you kind of can't even get through the lobby of most buildings without either a key because it's a walk up or it's a private entrance, or if it's a lobby, can't get past the doorman unless you know someone in the building. Now in Brooklyn and Queens and stuff, when people have houses and smaller apartment buildings, yes, I think you see a lot more of it, but everyone celebrates it in New York, whether they're trick-or-treating or not. Epic Baka says, has a noodler ever come to your door and said trick or treat on Halloween? No, and in fact, Gopi and I were home alone last night on Halloween. Not a single trick-or-treater came. Harry Sotheby asks, how hard is it to be famous on YouTube? It's really hard. It takes a lot of work. I don't even consider myself to be famous on YouTube yet, and I've been working at this very, very hard for 3 years, and it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, creativity, and a lot of luck. John Ray CP says, if you finish your Spore series, will you play another out of Minecraft type of game like Five Nights at Freddy's? Well, I've seen a lot of people ask for Five Nights at Freddy's. And one of the problems is I'm on a Mac and it's not made for Mac. Now, I know there is an iOS version and there is an in Minecraft version, and you guys liked when I did the horror map. So yeah, maybe. Dodo Dude asks, do you need to get Origin to get Spore? My mom says it's a virus. Okay, well, it's not a virus, but it's not the coolest program ever. But you don't need it to get Spore unless you're on a Mac. If you're on a PC and you have Steam, you can get Spore through Steam. But if you're on a Mac, yeah, you have to download Origin, then download Spore through Origin. And I think after that, you could probably get rid of Origin, but I don't know. Shadow Dragon 503 asks, when you go out with people to eat, you guys should put all your phones in the middle face down. Whoever picks up the phone first has to pay for the meal. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I would not be the person paying because I'm really good about that. I make it a point that whenever we're out to dinner or lunch or eating or whatever, phone stays in my pocket no matter what. Weirdo A asks, have you ever become friends with your viewers or subs in real life? Well, haven't you heard what I said at the beginning of the video? Hey everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles. I'm friends with all of you guys. But no, seriously, yeah, I have, because I had someone who was or who is a subscriber and viewer, and his dad works with my wife, and he spent like almost a week with me here at the house and watched me do what I do, and yeah, we became friends and still are. Comedy King asks, how do you make the screen just Minecraft or any other video game? Well, depends on what screen recorder I'm using. If I'm using ScreenFlow, which I don't use very much anymore, it records the entire desktop, and then I just crop it around the Minecraft screen. If I'm using another screen recording program called Voila, I usually just, it's almost like taking a screenshot of a certain area on your desktop. I stretch the borders around the Minecraft window, and it only records that area. Robbie Tongi says, if you had to record with another YouTuber, who would it be, Stampy Squid or the Diamond Minecart? Well, if I had to collaborate with someone like I was being forced to, I would choose Dan, Diamond Minecart, because I know him really well, and I played with him before, and yeah. Emily Prince asks, did you wear braces when growing up? I did. I wore them for... My sister and I both wore them, actually. And I think I wore them for about 2 years? Lemon Minor Rules says, you forgot to do Can You Survive episode 2. I didn't forget. I was... some of you may know, most of you know, that my computer broke. And I didn't have it back until Monday night. So I wasn't able to do Minecraft PE because my wife's computer couldn't handle recording the stream from the Amazon Fire TV. And I should be able to get episode 2 out to you guys. It may not come today though, but definitely tomorrow. Nova Cat asks, are you uploading the Disney XD feature onto YouTube? And she's referring to this series. You guys hear Kopi. Referring to this series that I'm doing, teaching people how to start a YouTube channel, tips and things like that. And that's going to be on the gaming show in my parents' garage on Disney XD. It's up to the production company. I'm going to ask them after I've done all of the commissions whether I can upload them to YouTube because you guys are excited about them, and hopefully, and probably what'll happen is it'll have to come out on the Disney XD feature first, and then I can upload it to my channel. I don't think that I'd be able to upload it first. 1999 Blue asks, how do I get 60 FPS on one of my videos? Well, you have to first record in 60 frames per second. Make sure that your screen recording software is capable of that, and that your computer is capable of, I guess, displaying 60 frames per second while you're recording. If you get all that, then bring it into your rendering software and create a project in 60 frames per second, and then render it in 60 frames per second, and then upload it to YouTube and wait about 27 hours for it to process. It is taking forever to process on YouTube lately, and especially in 60 FPS now. Sheena1234ization asks, think on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard would it be to record and upload a Minecraft to YouTube if you had a Celeron processor and an Intel HD graphics card? Impossible. As you guys know, I used my wife's laptop to make last week's Ask Think, and I barely got by with that. It was killing me. Mostly it had to do with the size of the screen. I'm used to having a lot of screen space, moving things all over the place, and having that little 13-inch screen, I was leaning far in and squinting my eyes and, looking at all the little edit points. It was really, really, really tough. The Kitten Rainbow asked, does your Kobe ever go, stop playing stupid video games and play with me? Or is she okay with you on the computer so much? Well, as you guys heard a couple questions ago, she was squeaking her toy. That's her asking for attention, and you guys have heard her. Sometimes she barks at me, especially in the evenings if I'm working later than normal and, maybe 8 or 9 o'clock rolls around. She's used to getting on the couch together and watching TV and relaxing, and if I'm on the computer, she's not happy. Sheena1234ization says, think, has a stranger ever said to you, wow, your dog is beautiful? Yes, every single day. But she never gets tired of it. She loves it, and she is a beautiful dog, and everyone gives her so much attention. The Diamond Girl asks, think, has Kopi ever bit you somewhere and tackled you and then bit you again? Well, when we play rough, she does bite my hands and tackle me and try and scratch me and stuff, but she never bites hard, and if I say ow, she'll let go. Cartoony Dave asks, have you ever had a pet fish? I had a lot of pet fish growing up before I even had a dog. Well, actually, after my parents gave away Missy and before we got my next dog, Jinx, there was a few-year period where I had fish and turtles. And I also had fish in college. I had this tank of goldfish because they say you're supposed to get goldfish first before you get any other fish because they sort of like season the tank. And they are such dirty fish. We had like a dozen of them and they just pooped all over the tank. It was disgusting. So we, in college, of course, nice and irresponsible, we called up a bunch of pet stores and asked them if they could sell us a fish that would eat goldfish because we were tired of our goldfish. So we bought this Oscar named Oscar. Well, we named him Oscar. And we put him in the tank and he ate those goldfish, all 12 of them, in about an hour. And next day he was floating. He didn't make it. He ate way too many of them, so we lost all of our fish. Katie Hutchinson asks, what's the difference between the Road to Captain Thinknoodles and your regular walkthroughs? Well, I get this a lot. The Road to Captain Thinknoodles is actually the first time I'm playing through the island. I don't know how to play it. I've just logged in, and I'm trying to figure it out. The walkthroughs I play through a second time, although they're uploaded in reverse order usually. The walkthroughs, I know exactly what I'm doing. I go and play through it exactly correctly, and then I dub the audio. Susanna Dang says, hey, I want to be a creative builder like you. What's your survival seed, and how do you build this amazing stuff? My survival seed is a long number, and it's in the description on every single video. Now, that said, you do need to put that into 1.6 or earlier to actually get my spawn and to have the world be the same, because they changed the biome generation in 1.7. So if you enter my seed into 1.7, it's going to be a completely different place. And how do I build the amazing stuff? Well, a lot of work and a lot of thinking. Ladderman MJ12CP asks, when will you fight the Enderdragon? I fought it and it's not that hard. Like 109 episodes ago? Yeah, I defeated the Enderdragon in episode 41 of my survival series. King Craft Hero asks, hey Think, I have a question. How does Think's wife play with you on your survival let's play? And since it's not Halloween, I think the best thing will be first I get to spend Halloween with the best friend forever and ever and ever. The way that she plays is it's on a server, so she just joins the server. It's pretty much that easy. Sam Hall says, Think, in your Pixelmon series, why don't you try and capture the other two bird legendaries with the orbs? Well, you probably haven't watched it on Dan and James's channels because Dan got Zapdos, and well, James sort of got Moltres from the other orbs, well, the other portals, I guess. He tried to get Moltres, but he killed it. He one-shot killed the legendary, and there are no more shrines on the island. We'd have to go off island and search for them, and I think they're really, really rare. Bentley Ang asks, this question might be offensive. Do you feel embarrassed when talking to fake characters like the TMNT characters? Sorry if it was sort of mean. I don't think so at all. I don't think that was mean at all. So no, I don't feel embarrassed. And it's part of getting into character to really interact with all of the entities in Think's Lab. Jojo Videos asks, Think, do you write a script? And I think you mean for Think's Lab. Usually not. I have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. So there's sort of not a script of what I'm going to say or what I'm going to have the minions say, but a general idea of what's going to happen and what I'm going to do. Now, in Saturday's Think's Lab with Dan and James and Adam, yes, I did write a script for the parts where we were in the interrogation room. I had to do it for that because I needed to know exactly what they were going to say and they needed to know what I was going to say so that we could have the appropriate reactions. Mr. Sandman98 asks, did you start a no-shave November? Are you kidding me? No, I mean, I would have like a Duck Dynasty beard. If you guys know what that is, a Duck Dynasty beard if I didn't shave the whole month of November. And Jamie or Jaime asks, Think, in your Halloween party Think's Lab, how did you get Kevin to wear his costume? Well, he actually made it himself and he was really excited to wear it. I didn't have to do anything. He put the whole thing on by himself. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, what I did, obviously, is I took a skin of Kevin, which I normally have the normal minion skin, and then I took my skin and put them side by side and did some pixel art on the minion or villager model and made the little suit that looked like me. All right, guys, that's it for this Ask Think. Don't forget to leave your comments below so I can have something to answer next week. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, noodle on!